This bottling plant, owned by the South African group Coca-cola, is the exclusive producer of the fizzy drink for Mozambique's capital, Maputo. In any given year, 17 million cases of soft drinks come out of its doors. But as the city experiences an unprecedented burst of economic activity, so this franchise has to keep up. It's investing $130 million for a new site, which will more than triple its capacity.
We have a great confidence in the country, and on top of that, we are growing out of our existing facilities. We grew, I think it was 17% growth rate last year, and we see this continuing into the future. And our business is growing rapidly, and therefore it's most encouraging based upon the results.
Mozambique may be famed for its seafood, but now its coastal waters are offering up natural resources of far greater value. Huge reserves of natural gas that promise to lure tens of billions of dollars to its shores. The riches have not come yet. It will take 5 or 6 years before the first gas flows. For now, Mozambique remains one of the world's poorest countries, and managing the expectations of Mozambicans is a high priority as the country prepares to vote in general elections in October.
The youth is the key. You're going to have to ensure that the funds that you get from these projects are used to create employment, and that the youth find employment in these projects, whether it be in the project, whether it be downstreams in the project, or in agriculture, wherever it is, because the youth have got expectations. There's no doubt about it. You've got a very big youth in the country. You've got 24, 25 million people, where 50% of that is youth.
The elections are critical. Investors will be watching closely as Mozambicans decide who should manage the resource revenues. The ruling Frelimo party is expected to retain power, but many believe it will face a stiff challenge as a relative newcomer, the MDM, enhances the ranks of the opposition alongside Renamo, the former rebel group. The country will also have a new leader, as President Armando Guebuza steps down after completing 2 terms. Former Prime Minister and a senior Frelimo member, Luisa Diogo, is confident about the next government's ability to avoid the commodity curse that has blighted other resource-rich nations.
I believe that the Mozambicans, they are going to do in a different manner. First, because they are discussing on time, and they are serious in this discussion by alerting the government and so on. And second, the government is responding to the challenge. The opportunity that we have for the 5 to 10 years, we used to say there are the 15 minutes for Mozambique to show that is real in terms of being a player in the world. Player not only in terms of mineral resources, but a player in terms of development.
Mozambique languishes near the bottom of the UN's Human Development Index, and a dearth of infrastructure is a huge hurdle to its progress. When the gas revenues do start to flow, the next government will have to strike a balance between how much to invest in its huge developmental needs and what wealth to squirrel away for future generations.
Nós, de facto, gostaríamos de ter financiamentos para podermos fazer essas infraestruturas, mas não é muito fácil porque isto é como o ovo e a galinha. Portanto, neste momento, se quisermos financiamento, pretende-se ter garantias reais, muitas vezes, e a ideia é que nós não gostaríamos de cometer as falhas que aconteceram com outros países, de começarmos a penhorar, portanto, aquilo que são os recursos naturais para podermos ter financiamento.
Fernando Lima is head of one of Mozambique's leading independent media groups. He says that as Mozambicans hear about the huge foreign investment heading to gas and coal projects, the government is under pressure to ensure the country receives its full benefit.
The government have been highly criticized. It's almost being seen as a sold-out government to the multinationals. And since this is traditionally the Mozambican governments are very nationalistic and try to show pride to people, they feel very embarrassed to being portrayed as someone that did not defend the national interest.
There is no doubt that its gas and coal riches will offer Mozambique an incredible opportunity to accelerate development, as foreign companies like Sabco pour money into the country. But the question on many people's minds is whether the authorities will avoid the pitfalls of other resource-rich nations and effectively and prudently deploy the newfound wealth. This is Andrew England with the Financial Times in Maputo.